Hey guys, it's Bill again. Guess what I came up with? I put out a couple ideas about planishing hammers, and the last one I did was with the needle scaler. And I was using it, but I couldn't get it into where I needed to get it to without removing my fender. I needed to take a little dent out of the edge of my fender, right out of in the wheel well area. So I started thinking about what would be even smaller, but kind of work the same. And guess what I came up with? This is a palm nailer, okay? This is what you hook up to air and nail nails in with when you don't have any room to get to a nail. Now, normally your nail would sit right inside of this little caged area, and you would just push down on it and that would nail your nail in. So I took a little piece of rubber, a little plug, a little rubber cover, like a vacuum, like a big vacuum port cover, and I went to the hardware store and I found a couple of little pins that would fit, like these, you know, those little trailer pins that you have with the little clip pin in the end of them, so that you could slide it through something and clip a pin on the end. Well, that's what I found. And I cut a hole in it so that this would just kind of fit in there tight. It would just fit nice and snug in there. And I know this is like a pain in the ass, continuing freaking saga, but this really worked out cool for getting it in a really tight spot. And it does the same thing. The only thing you have to be careful with this is putting too much air to it. This says it's only rated for 100 psi. And if you use 100 psi on this, it's really radical. But for a mini planishing hammer, it works out really cool. And so what I did is I also took another tip and I just ground it down. I ground it down to a little point, and it's pretty radical. It will definitely do some damage. If you want to stretch something out, or you really want to push something, this will really pockmark it and stretch it and push it right in a little area. It's really, really cool. And I wish I would have thought about this before the needle scaler, because I don't even know if I'd have done the needle scaler. This is a real cool idea. Again, this is from Harbor Freight, Princess Auto if you're in Canada, and it's just a palm nailer. And like I said, all I did is took this rubber and slid it over the end, cut a little hole in it, went and got a couple of little trailer pins, and one of them I just kind of sanded off the edge a little bit just to kind of make a nice edge on it. And then this one here, I just ground it down. I chucked it up in a drill and I ground it down to a point so that it's real aggressive. And you can buy a handful of these and do whatever you want to them. I thought about maybe taking one of these and even doing something like my bumper bolt idea and welding a bumper bolt on the end to have a bigger surface area with this. But this has definitely been a very cool idea with a palm nailer to get into really tight spots. And like I said, all you got to do is just cut this rubber so that it fits over this, and then cut your hole so that this just fits tight. And all this does is just bounces up and down. This whole piece actuates itself up and down as it's working like a nailer. This is, I think, the best idea yet for a very small planishing hammer. Thanks, guys.